University of Tampa and University of Alabama, Huntsville all promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Using obscene gestures, profanity, racial, sexist, or unduly provocative language or action towards officials, opponents, spectators, or administrators will not be tolerated and are grounds removed from the premises. The use of artificial noisemakers, alcohol products, and smoking are not permitted. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Namoli Family Stadium, home of your number 15 ranked University of Tampa Spartans. Today, the Spartans welcome the University of Alabama at Huntsville Chargers. And now, here are today's lineups, beginning with the Chargers of the University of Alabama at Huntsville, who enter today's game with a record of 6-2. Midfielder, a junior from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, number 1, Megan Hartnett. Defender, a sophomore from Woodstock, Georgia, number 4, Jordan Gaines. Attacker, a freshman from Somers, New York, number 7, Sophia Fiorino. Attacker, a sophomore from Niskayuna, New York, number 8, Abby O'Brien. Attacker, a junior from Barnegat, New Jersey, number 9, Nicole Fedorovic. Midfielder, a sophomore from Temecula, California, number 14, Carissa Glover. Midfielder, a sophomore from Agoura, California, number 17, Kinta Schott. Midfielder, a sophomore from Plano, Texas, number 18, Shannon Cruz. Midfielder, a freshman from Milford, New Jersey, number 21, Ava Botig. Midfielder, a senior from Nashville, Tennessee, number 30, Elena Carvalho. Defender, a senior from Nauvoo, Alabama, number 33, Caroline Todd. And goalkeeper, a sophomore from Mountain Brook, Alabama, number 55, Leslie Allen Brown. The Chargers are coached by Gail Wallach and are assisted by Josh Sloan. And now, here are the starters for your number 15 ranked University of Tampa Spartans, who enter today's game with a record of 7-3. Midfielder, a junior from Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, number 6, Caroline Forrester. Attacker, a senior from Medina, Ohio, number 7, Amanda Ram. Defender, a sophomore from Kings Park, New York, number 9, Kristen Frizzle. Goalkeeper, a freshman from Evergreen, Colorado, number 10, Bridget Sutter. Attacker, a junior from Arnold, Maryland, number 13, Rachel Crawford. Defender, a junior from Baltimore, Maryland, number 15, Evie Catania. Midfielder, a senior from Wayne, Pennsylvania, number 16, Shannon Sweeney. Defender, a sophomore from Millstone, New Jersey, number 21, Alexis Scadillo. Attacker, a senior from Annapolis, Maryland, number 24, Natalie Caraway. Midfielder, a junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado, number 25, Allie Poplar. Defender, a senior from Annapolis, Maryland, number 32, Emily Stevenson. And attacker, a sophomore from Berwyn, Pennsylvania, number 33, Maggie Gladden. Tampa is led by head coach Kelly Gallagher. She's assisted by Lisa Beltramello and Chelsea Treat. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
camera?
Yeah, are you filming?
Yeah, is it on the internet?
Yep.
Okay, because my family's watching from Philadelphia.
Oh,
I just gotta
awesome.
wait. Hi, Shannon, Aaron, Kira. I'm sure they saw.
This evening, the Tampa Spartans are at home to play host to the Alabama Huntsville Chargers. I'm Bruce Wozniak. Glad that you can spend your Friday night with us here on TampaSpartans.tv as the Spartans wrap up what has been a 7-game homestand and one that saw them victorious throughout up until the other night, Tuesday evening, when they lost 8-7. A tough game against number 19 NYIT. The Spartans currently hold down the number 15 national ranking, and this evening they start off with a 7-3 record going against a Chargers team that is 6-2. And this game is just the second meeting all time between the two teams. UT won the only previous contest. And similar stories here this evening. As I mentioned, Tampa had a 6-game winning streak stopped and fell 8-7 and wants to get back into the win column tonight. And similarly for the Chargers, they are coming off a 19-12 defeat at the hands of number 11 Rollins, and that followed a 5-game winning streak. So both teams had winning streaks stopped in their most recent outing, and one of them will get back into the win column tonight. Question is, will it be UT before they hit the road, or will it be Alabama Huntsville? The Spartans, dressed in all white this evening, will be going left to right in this first half. The Alabama Huntsville Chargers, their school colors are royal blue and white. They're in all royal blue this evening, and starting off going right to left. Their starting goaltender is Leslie Allen Brown, and no surprise, as has been the case this season for UT, freshman goaltender Bridget Sutter again getting the start between the pipes. As we have an early whistle, just 12 seconds into the game. We see Alabama Huntsville with the game's opening possession as they get set to work against Bridget Sutter, who in that loss the other night, she made 15 saves, which is a season high for her, and thus, with this being her rookie campaign with the Spartans, it is also a career high. Her goals against average for the 2018 season is 9.06, and for Leslie Allen Brown, mark of 11.73, as play is now back underway, with the Chargers throwing one that looked like it was going to be taken away by Caroline Forrester, and indeed the ball is turned over. So the Spartans will get their first possession of the evening as they start out with Alexis Scadillo crossing midfield and going down. And now she carries on with the pass up ahead to Allie Poplar, who pushes it up ahead to Rachel Crawford. Rachel Crawford entering tonight's game as the team's second leading point getter in 2018 with 25, and she is tied for the team lead in assists with 15. This is Amanda Rahm with the ball right now, sending it up top to Shannon Sweeney. On the other side to Crawford and down low, and quickly they push it behind the net to Natalie Caraway, and back over to this side. Shannon Sweeney sends it to Crawford up to Caroline Forrester. Forrester having herself a nice little season. So far 15 goals through the team's first 10 games. And here's Poplar on the move. Allie Poplar turns the other way, looking and now trying to pass it to Shannon Sweeney. Let's see who's going to get there first. They chase after it, and the official right there on the spot will award possession to the Chargers as they break back here on the near side just below our broadcast location. That's Allison Grieve. Allison Grieve is one of 3 Chargers players who stands 6'0". Easy to pick out her and the other 2 as play carries on in the Tampa end of the field. And a pass right in front, shot taken, and Sutter there to make the save, and she'll hold on to it. Our game time temperature this evening, 68 degrees. And UT starting out of their own end as Kristen Frizzol brings it up and pushes it ahead. This is Abby Kakanya connecting there with Crawford. Crawford here on the near side. Being watched closely there by Kinta Schott. And Crawford now sends a pass down to Maggie Gladden and over to Natalie Caraway. Caraway, a wide open front of the net. Nobody there from either team. And they started back up top with Amanda Rahm to Forrester. Now back to Sweeney again. It's Rachel Crawford down behind the net over to Gladden, and they pop it out the other side to Poplar. And now Natalie Caraway as the Spartans working the perimeter here. Sweeney had a little bit of a lane, and it got taken away at the last minute, so she pushes it behind the net. And UT will try this from up top once more. Natalie Caraway sends a long pass down behind the net to Crawford. We've seen that throughout this 2018 season. And Crawford, as the Spartans, unable to get a shot on goal so far. And the shot clock down to 9 seconds now. Not sure if they're even aware. Pass in front. Forrester scores! Caroline Forrester, when I looked up, there were 2 seconds left on the shot clock. And that was the Spartans' first shot on goal, and they make it count as Caroline Forrester gets her 16th goal of the year, putting it in behind Leslie Allen Brown for a 1-0
Goal Tampa, number 6, Caroline Forrester.
mark.
The assist on that goal to number 13, Rachel Crawford.
Shannon Sweeney is shown live stats as getting the assist, being announced as Rachel Crawford. So we'll sort that one out, but in the meantime, Amanda Rahm, who had taken a good deal of the draws the other night, watches Allie Poplar do the honors this time around. And for the Chargers, that was Kinta Schott. Possession to the Spartans. Ironically, neither Forrester nor Rahm lead the Spartans in draw controls this season. That honor goes to Claire Swanson, who, until that Forrester goal, was UT's leading goal scorer this season so far. Swanson and Forrester each now have 16. And this is Abby Kakanya on the run. I'll pass over to Natalie Caraway. A bit of a breeze as I look to my right, and the flags just outside the press box flying in the wind there as Spartans carry on with the early 1-0 lead. Maggie Gladden taking it down in behind the net. Gladden comes out the other side. Amanda Rahm wanted it. Gladden holds on. And she'll opt back up top for Claire Swanson. To Caraway. And Natalie Caraway on the run flips it back for Swanson. And Claire Swanson, heading over the offensive zone, gives it to Kayla Kozminski, another impressive freshman, along with the goaltender Sutter. Kozminski with 15 goals herself so far as that one gets away from her. And Kozminski able to pick it up in time as she was being chased, and now sends it to Swanson, who's going to try this side of the field for Mallory Wines. Wines with a little bit of room, and the slot closed up quickly as a pass lobbed in front for Swanson, and it's still loose. The official blowing the whistle, and possession will stay with the Spartans. So an opportunity here for Claire Swanson. Breaks in, scores! Well, the tie amidst the goal leaders was short-lived.
Unassisted goal for Tampa's number 12, Claire
17th
Swanson.
for the year. With now Forrester over her shoulder at 16. 5 minutes and 20 seconds into this game, the Spartans with a 2-0 lead. Walkabout Australian Cafe and Bakery is South Tampa's newest delight. Located at 627 South Howard, Walkabout features authentic meat pies, pastries, and down-under delights. Open Tuesday through Sunday at 10 a.m. Try us mates at Walkabout Cafe and Bakery. This will be Allie Poplar. The draw for UT against Kenta Schott, who leads the Chargers in draw control with 42. And almost like a tennis match, it was hit back and forth between Spartans players, and indeed, possession is awarded as Allie Poplar was down in the field and looked up at the official and seemingly won the call in the process, as it's down into the UAH end of the field once again. Pass in front, Swanson takes a shot that goes over top of the net and not a play. The Spartans retain possession. And that's Natalie Caraway working back there. Caraway trying to shake the check, being watched closely there by Jordan Gaines. And now Rachel Crawford breaks in front, and she's checked, and they're going to call that one against the Chargers. And so Rachel Crawford will get an opportunity here. One-on-one against sophomore goaltender Leslie Allen Brown from Mountain Brook, Alabama. And this, my friends, is where conditioning comes into play. If you can leverage that speed quickly. And Crawford tries it. Nice save made there by Brown. And a push called. The ball play stopped immediately. So back-to-back free position attempts for Rachel Crawford. And in she comes, a quick shot this time. Save and rebound goes right back to her. And a loose ball controlled by UT. And another whistle. Possession will go over to the Chargers this time. The beauty of the empanada is its simplicity. Take any of your favorite foods and imagine them inside a pocket of homemade dough that is cooked perfectly until it is golden brown and piping hot. The empanadas at Mr. Empanada are a culinary treat. With 10 locations around the city, enjoy Old Tampa flavor at Mr. Empanadas. Back down the other way, a pass to the goal line. Sutter, nice job knocking that one down. And right there on the spot, Emily Stevenson to pick up the rebound and eases it back to Sutter. So we are just about 7 minutes into this game, and the tables have turned as the Chargers only have one shot on goal. And now a turnover on the far sideline right in front of the UT bench as the Chargers walk it slowly into the Spartans' end of the field. And the Spartans all with their sticks up defensively as there's a pass lobbed in the middle, a shot, and Sutter. A nice save on the rebound, they score! And a good heads-up play by UAH to not give up after Bridget Sutter made the save, and they're able to knock the rebound past her to get on the scoreboard.
Unassisted goal for Huntsville, number 7, Sophia Fiorino.
Sophia Fiorino getting the goal. And that is an unassisted tally for Fiorino, and her 5th goal of the season. So shots on goal obviously don't mean a thing because Alabama Huntsville 1 for 3 and the Spartans 2 for 3, making them count so far as Amanda Rahm going out there on this draw for the home team and up against Kenta Schott once again. And the ball is loose. And it looked like the Chargers were going to get there first, and indeed they finally controlled it while the Spartans knock it away, but the official says no, this one stays with the Chargers. Gave a boat dig as they pass it into the middle now. It's Carissa Glover. Her pass connecting there with Anna Carvalho. Dropped and now picked back up. Patience as UT makes a personnel change. And now double team by both Scadillo and Allie Poplar. And they're able to jar the ball free, but the Chargers pick it back up as Carvalho, her pass over. It's Abby O'Brien. O'Brien looking, waiting, now lobs a pass in the middle, connects, and strong play there defensively by Kristen Frizzol, and they have to send it back up top. Chargers early on look like they're trying to flash someone in the slot to lob a pass in the middle. Tried it a few times now, as we have another loose ball is knocked down, and that one's picked up. Nicole Fedorovich. And I apologize, I was calling Abby O'Brien when it might well have been Fedorovich. Not the most broadcast-friendly uniform combinations in terms of the lettering and the numbering on there. As Sutter makes a save and pushes it over to Stevenson. Emily Stevenson up ahead to the sideline in front of her own bench. And now that's Rachel Crawford winding away to the middle of the field and pushes a pass across to Allie Poplar. Poplar checking back over her shoulder, sends it up ahead to Sweeney. Shannon Sweeney in the near corner. As Graham Eber there with her, passes her by and comes out the other side. UT, on the other hand, looking like they want to try to push some players into those prime scoring areas a little more tonight than they were, I was going to say, being denied the opportunity to in the loss here a few nights ago against NYIT. Forrester to Carly Vaccaro. Eber looked in there. No one in front as it stays up top with Forrester to Allie Poplar. Poplar on the move. Trying her left, her right, backs up. This is Caroline Forrester now. Forrester with a little spring in her step took the shot, and it was knocked away as she followed through as the Chargers take over. Tropical Smoothie Cafe's menu boasts bold, flavorful smoothies with a healthy appeal, all made to order from the freshest ingredients. Their toasted wraps, sandwiches, flatbreads, and bowls are made fresh with quality meats and cheeses, fresh produce, and flavorful sauces. Located downtown at 200 North Tampa, just around the corner from UT. Chargers, I believe that's Fedorovich. Lots of activity in front of Bridget Sutter. As there's a parade of royal blue shirts going back and forth. And this is Alana Carvalho and a whistle stopping play with 18:41 to go here in the first half. Fedorovich and Carvalho, whose names I've called a few times, the team's first and second leading goal scorers, 36 and 33 respectively, for Fedorovich and Carvalho. And this is Alana Carvalho. Sutter makes a save on her. And Bridget Sutter holding it, looked to her right. Wanted to try Kristen Frizzol, but goes the other way. And Emily Stevenson will push it up ahead. This is Caroline Forrester. Forrester will be chased, connects with Kakanya. Now Abby Kakanya up ahead to Graham Eber. Eber looking behind the net, wants to hit Carly Vaccaro, holds on, and now is going to keep it, go the other way. And now Eber gives up a pass for Mallory Wines. Now in the far corner, that's Claire Swanson. Swanson back to Wines, and over to Eber again. Eber now, Crawford in behind the net. Quick pass over to Wines. There's fans still coming into the stadium here. And we're almost halfway through the first half. And if you have just joined us as well, you've missed 3 goals. Spartans leading 2-1. Those goals coming off the sticks of Caroline Forrester and Claire Swanson. And meanwhile, for the Chargers, Sophia Fiorino with the only goal for them as they break back and across the Tampa line. Alexis Scadillo with some tough defense there against Fiorino. She'll leave a pass back for Fedorovic. Fedorovic bowls through Scadillo, takes a shot and a save made by Sutter. And the rebound pulled down by Emily Stevenson and leaves it back for her goaltender. Sutter will give it back to Stevenson. Connects on the side with Alexis Scadillo. Stops, sends a pass ahead to Kozminski. UT on the move here. Claire Swanson passes up ahead as Mallory Wines crosses the Chargers line. Maggie Gladden in the corner. Little skip move. Now backs up, changes hands, and sends it into the corner. Natalie Caraway just under the scoreboard. Comes around the net. Caraway, a lob pass in front. Claire Swanson pulls it down. Swanson wanted to shoot 2 defenders there. And here's Kozminski. Kayla Kozminski ran out of room. Up against 2 Chargers players. And here's Claire Swanson again. Swanson as Maggie Gladden flashes through the slot. Dropped and picked back up by Mallory Wines. Wines looking. Claire Swanson again. And she leaves it for Kozminski. Kozminski has room in the slot, hit the crossbar. And the rebound bounces right to the Chargers. And they take off. That's Kinta shot. Crossing midfield, being chased by Natalie Caraway. And shot carries on but slows down as she goes into the Tampa end of the field. And it's Fedorovic once again. Pass down low, right in front, scores! The Chargers tie it up at almost the halfway point of the first half. Officially the 14:39
Goal
mark.
Huntsville, number 5, Mary Haddock. The assist to number 9, Nicole Perovic.
And Nicole Fedorovic with the assist.
Correction, that Huntsville goal was number 8, Abby O'Brien.
Correction, that's Abby O'Brien who scored the goal and not Mary Haddock. Abby O'Brien picking up her 20th goal of the season. DP Dough delivers cheesy happiness on and around college campuses, including UT. For calzones, wings, and breadsticks, order online at dpdough.com. Open late. Kinta shot once again on this draw for UAH. Going against Amanda Rahm. The official says, no, we'll do that over. Draw controls are even thus far in the game, 2 apiece. And now Rahm backs off a little bit. And the official talking with Schott. And now we'll try this one more time. Pops out, chased down, picked up by Scadillo. And now Allie Poplar up ahead to Caroline Forrester. And a whistle. And they resume quickly. It's Maggie Gladden on the run. Gladden in behind the Chargers net, comes out the other side. Gladden stops, turns the other way, coming back towards the net. And the official right there, watching the play go in front of him, blew the whistle and stops the clock with 14:59 left here in the first half. And this will be Maggie Gladden for UT putting it back in on the official's whistle, and does. She sends it back for Amanda Rahm. Rahm over to Sweeney. Up top for Forrester. And now to Allie Poplar. Poplar on the move, lost it. Controlled by the Spartans. Allie Poplar, one of 7 different goal scorers for UT in that loss here a few nights ago. And they lost to number 19 NYIT by a score of 8-7. A model for balanced scoring. As this is Caroline Forrester with it for Sweeney. Shannon Sweeney turns, and now back the other way, and a pass for Natalie Caraway. Caraway looking to go one-on-one with Jordan Gaines. Sends a pass back instead for Forrester, and now to Allie Poplar once again. Poplar gets a pick from Shannon Sweeney. Backed off a stick check. Sends a pass over. Amanda Rahm picks that one up. Now Maggie Gladden in behind the net. Gladden stops. Pass in front. Caraway, and a nice save made there by Brown as they chase the rebound, and the official awards possession to the Chargers. Whether you are a competitive athlete wanting to tone up or just love flavorful, healthy food, Rebuilt meals are built to feed your body with the proper nutrients that will fuel your active lifestyle. Enjoy fitness-inspired meal plans with Rebuilt Meals. Visit rebuiltmeals.com. A 2-2 tie here as the Chargers are looking to get something going, and they turn it over. And here's Amanda Rahm, met at midfield, knocked down by Kinta Schott. And the Spartans retain possession as Scadillo flips it for Forrester down the far side. And now UT takes it all the way in behind goaltender Leslie Allen Brown. Here's Rachel Crawford. Crawford caught a stick up high. And this is going to be Jordan Gaines, who is going to head to penalty area. And so 17 minutes and 4 seconds into the first half, we get the first penalty. It's a 2-minute
penalty. Huntsville, number 4, Jordan Gaines, 2 minutes.
2-minute call against Jordan Gaines. And in the meantime, a free position attempt here as Rachel Crawford instead lobs it behind the net for Caraway, back out in front. Shot save made. Shannon Sweeney with a good look there, but Leslie Allen Brown closed the door. And now the Spartans gain the loose ball. Maggie Gladden on the move. A little bit of extra room there with UT being on the power play. Nice spin move by Gladden. Now pulls it back out for Rahm. Rahm, a foot pass over to Caraway. Allie Poplar wanted it. He can't get it to her. And now Crawford back up top to Caraway. In front, Forrester. And clamping down defensively for the Chargers was Abigail Cherry. The pass is going to miss, intended for Maggie Gladden, and the Spartans will turn it over. Clean Eats, a new cafe located at 3838 Neptune Avenue and open until 7. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. Featuring healthy sandwiches, wraps, bowls, and smoothies. Clean Eats. And the Spartans, who still have 54 seconds on their power play, in possession here, as Maggie Gladden has it in the corner and quickly whips a pass up to the point to Rahm. Up top with Poplar, over to the other side. And we'll send it down all the way in behind the Chargers net. Gladden and a whistle. As it looks like we're going to have a timeout. It's coming with 11:32.
Timeout, Tampa.
First half, Coach Kelly Gallagher wanting to talk with their Spartans players while they do still have 36 minutes of power play time left. At Jersey Mike's, they offer a sub above, with the nearest location at 2121 West Kennedy in Tampa. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. If you are watching our broadcast from a Alabama Huntsville perspective, thank you very much. Glad to have you with us. And as our Spartans viewers know, if you're here with us regularly on TampaSpartans.tv, at halftime, the audio portion of our broadcast does go silent. At that point, just set the timer for 10 minutes to be back for the call in the second half. Still plenty left here in the first. 11:32 still to go. We're locked in a 2-2 tie. As UT, as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, wrapping up a 7-game homestand. For UAH, they're making an extended stay here in Florida. It's the first of 4 games down in the Sunshine State. There's a timeout. Is winding down. The Chargers players coming back on the field out of their huddle with head coach Gail Wallach. And now the Spartans break their huddle as well. Courtyard by Marriott, simply refreshing, located at 3805 West Cypress in Tampa, an official host hotel of University of Tampa Athletics. So UT sets back up with this power play down in the Chargers' end of the field. And this will be Natalie Caraway that will put it into play. And she does. Caraway being chased back there by Megan Hartnett. Caraway popping out as Caroline Forrester and goes past her in behind the net, flips it past the other side and taken down Maggie Gladden. And right away, the offending Chargers player, which she may have broken her stick in the process, it looks like. Indeed, as she goes quickly and gets a replacement from the sideline and is back out. I believe that might have been Kinta shot. And on the restart, they score! Maggie Gladden. As there were just 6 seconds left in the Spartans' power play, and UT goes back into the lead, 3-2.
Goal Tampa, number 33, Maggie Gladden.
Comes with 11:02 left here in the first half. So the Spartans make their power play count. As Gladden puts that one in behind Leslie Allen Brown. And now Allie Poplar out for this draw for the Spartans, going up against Kinta Shaw. And that one will be picked up by Claire Swanson. The Spartans, another possession here as they quickly move it down into the Chargers' end of the field. Rachel Crawford, Claire Swanson wanted it as she cut through the slot. They opt behind the net instead for Caraway. And now Carly Vaccaro on the move. Vaccaro one-on-one there against Megan Hartnett. Pass was dropped and then picked right back up by Kozminski. To Vaccaro and now to Caraway. Natalie Caraway, now she goes into another gear. Caraway Pass in front. Kozminski on the run. Scores! Kayla Kozminski is the Spartans now with 4 different goal scorers on the night.
Goal Tampa, number 5, Kayla Kozminski. The assist to number 24, Natalie Caraway.
First half, Natalie Caraway picking up the assist. Spartans' 4 goals have all come from their 4 leading goal scorers coming into tonight's game, although I put an asterisk on that as Gladden actually came into tonight's game tied with Amanda Rom. But Swanson, Forrester, Kozminski, and Gladden have all scored. So Amanda Rom, you're next. And that one is knocked down, and coming out of the pack, UT with another possession here as Scadillo pushed it up ahead to Graham Eber. As Natalie Caraway behind the net and gives it to her. Caraway pops out the other side. And Mallory Wines sends it to Caraway, now back up top to Kozminski. And Claire Swanson, Graham Eber now. It's Carly Vaccaro. Down behind the net, Rachel Crawford on the move. Out to the other side, Wines to Caraway. Caraway starts her move down the far side. She'll go all the way down in behind the Chargers' net. Caraway being watched by Kinta Schott. Pass doesn't connect with Kozminski. And the Spartans able to come away with the loose ball as Claire Swanson was there to pick it up. Kozminski over to Wines. Now to Graham Eber. Look behind the net. Opts to send it back to the point. Kozminski started to head towards the slot, and that closed up as 2 Chargers defenders moved in. Kozminski again puts her shoulder down, tries to spin move the other way, and the official stops play there. If you're watching our broadcast from on campus, call Pizza Hut at 251-3399 to get your pizza delivered to UT today. Carly Vaccaro now with the free position attempt. Vaccaro backs off and sends a pass into the corner. Rachel Crawford, quick pass to Natalie Caraway, that missed, and it rolls to the line. Initially looked like it was going to be picked up by the Chargers, and now in fact the official right there on the spot does award possession to UAH. They look to start out. And here's a pass to Kinta Schott, now in the middle of the field, misses, but a teammate there to pick it up. They now head towards the Tampa line. It's Caroline Dodd. Pass over for Ava Bothig. And now a pass on the far side dropped, picked back up. And now 2 Spartans defenders, and they cause a loose ball, and UT forces the turnover as they push it ahead quickly now with a long pass to Graham Eber. Doesn't connect. 2 of them will chase it down, and the Chargers able to get there first as Megan Hartnett picks it up. Watched by Graham Eber, so she sends it into the middle of her own defensive zone. Chargers trying to start out once again. Now they gain midfield. Both Natalie Caraway and Rachel Crawford there defensively for the Spartans as the Chargers were able to carry on into the UT end of the field. It's Fedorovich. Fedorovich looking in front of the net. And no opportunity to connect on a pass there, so she holds onto it and brings it to this side of the field. Fedorovich wants to lob a pass inside and now has an open teammate, takes a shot. Sutter gets the save and the rebound. Bridget Sutter, you had to wonder, she hadn't faced a shot in a while, if she was going to be ready when she was tested next. And there to close the door once again as Bridget Sutter is up to 6 saves now. faced a total of 8 shots on goal and allowed just 2 in what is more than 23 minutes of play at this point. In the far corner, UT pushes it down in behind the Chargers' net. Now a pass in front. Score! The great passing play as Rachel Crawford finishes by putting that one in behind Leslie Allen Brown for a 5-2 Spartans lead with 6:31 left here in the first half.
Unassisted goal for Tampa's number 13, Rachel Crawford.
Well, picking up where they left off in the loss the other night, when 7 different players scored, as I mentioned.
Timeout, Huntsville.
UT now with 5 different players that have found the back of the net so far in this game, as the Chargers have called the timeout. That follows the 11th goal of the season by Rachel Crawford. Fans, are you thirsty? Grab a Pepsi, the official Spartan soft drink. So head coach Gail Wallach is wanting a word with her team as they have fallen into a 3-goal deficit here. A couple of teams that on paper look somewhat similar. As I mentioned, we come into tonight's game with 1-loss records that are pretty close, 7-3 for UT and 6-2 for the Chargers. And of course, I talked about them both having good-sized winning streaks that were ended in each team's last outing. But the one number that jumps out is 15 for Tampa, that being their national ranking, and the Chargers unranked. Trying to come in here and steal one from the Spartans to put a damper on the end of this 7-game homestand. But right now, UT in control. The Spartans are even with the upper hand in draw controls, 5-2 thus far. Let's give a big shout out to Drs. Selman and Gasser at Florida Orthopedic Institute and their sports medicine team for keeping our players safe and providing athletic training services and medical care to University of Tampa student athletes. Now with Hopper out there ready to take this draw for the Spartans, but only now the Chargers finally break the huddle from the timeout that had been called by their coach Gail Wallach. So now with Poplar talking to the official, waiting for participant to just draw from the U8H side of things. And only now they should finally get a willing opponent. And unofficially, it looks like it's Ava Bothig. And indeed it was. I was about to say picked up by Poplar though, but it's still loose. And now finally pulled down by UT. And indeed the official on the far side of the field with the whistle to confirm that, as Abby Kakanya will put it in play, and does. She flips a pass over on the far side to Stevenson. Emily Stevenson, almost at midfield, stops, sends it over to Kakanya. Kristen Ferzol calling for it over here and gets it. Maggie Gladden changing hands. Gladden with a little bit of room to work there. 2 UT players behind the net. She sends it to Amanda Rahm. Rahm very near the end line. Rahm popping out front, pass, and shot, scores! Claire Swanson with her second goal of the game. And the Chargers timeout results in
Goal Tampa, number 12, Claire Swanson, the assist to number 7, Amanda Rahm.
Continue their offensive onslaught as Amanda Rahm picks up the assist. And UT with 5:47 left in this first half. Now in a 4-goal lead at 6-2. As Claire Swanson gets her team-leading 18th goal of the season. The balanced attack for UT offensively extends to the fact that 3 players that don't have a goal tonight do have an assist. Caraway, Sweeney, and Rom. So contributions up and down the score sheet of various UT players as Claire Swanson pulls that one down and on the run crosses the Chargers line. Pass into the corner for Caraway. And the Spartans look like they smell blood in the water. As there's a pass over for Wines. Now in the corner, Swanson pushes it behind the net. Crawford quickly over to Amanda Rom. Now to Maggie Gladden. Wines up top to Caraway. And that's Kayla Kozminski. Gives it right back to her. Caraway holds, pushes a pass in the middle. Swanson and has to give up a pass to Mallory Wines as 2 defenders had closed on Swanson. She gets it back behind the net now, though. Claire Swanson stops, restarts, and up top to Caraway. Natalie Caraway looked like she's motioning for one of her teammates with her head as play carries on. Pass back for Kozminski. Over for Mallory Wines. The defender wanted to gamble and try to pick that one off, was unsuccessful as the Spartans push it down to the goal line. Shot coming, scores! That's Kayla Kozminski with her 2nd goal of the game. And UT now a 7-2 lead with 4:37 left here in this first half. Nice passing.
Goal Tampa, number 5, Kayla Kozminski. The assist to number 12, Claire Swanson.
Kozminski converts on a pass from Claire Swanson. Kayla Kozminski, 17 goals on the season now here in her freshman campaign. Stay at Crown Plaza Hotels and Resorts, the place to meet. Looks like we might have
Timeout, Huntsville.
another timeout called indeed. Once again, head coach Gail Wallach wanted to talk things over on the Alabama-Huntsville sideline as her team has fallen behind by 5 goals. Their last outing was a 19-12 defeat, and their other loss this season was 18-15. So the UT defense has earned as much credit as the offense thus far in this first half. As Rom is going to steal one there from Kinta Schott, and now Caroline Forrester quickly breaks back. Pushes a pass over to the far side of the field. On the corner, Caraway, as Maggie Gladden goes back there to help out and receives the pass. Gladden on the run. Gladden being watched closely there by Abigail Cherry. Gave up the pass to Forrester, got it back, and now sends it to the other corner to Sweeney, to Caraway, and she lobs it over to the far side of the field for Poplar. Up top now Crawford to Forrester, and back over here to Sweeney once again. Shannon Sweeney over for Maggie Gladden. And behind the net, Forrester, a quick move, and ran out of real estate, has to head back behind the net once again. Forrester is going to try it again, another spin move, and that shot is going to go wide and out of play. Possession remains with UT. As they put it back in on the far side of the field, that's Shannon Sweeney, and now Allie Poplar with it. Poplar on the run, has a little bit of room. Stops, sends a pass for Maggie Gladden, can't get the shot off. Carries on behind the net. Pass right in the middle. Caraway scores! Well, this is fundamentals and textbook passing and scoring as UT putting on a great demonstration here.
Goal Tampa, number 24, Natalie Caraway. The assist to number 33, Maggie Gladden.
Converting. It's Caraway gets the goal, and Maggie Gladden picking up the assist. 8-2 Spartan lead with 3:08 left here in the first half. The official chariot of the Spartans is Mart's First Class Coach. If you need to charter a bus, go online to www.martsfirstclass.com. That's Mart's with a Z. Deja vu as Amanda Rom here in this draw against Kinta Schott. And Rom cleanly controls that one. A pass up ahead for Scadillo. And the official says that Megan Hartnett of the Chargers got her stick up on Scadillo, so possession remains with UT. Maggie Gladden in the corner now. Heads towards the end line, has Caraway back there. They pass each other by. Gladden keeps it, takes a shot that goes over top of the net. And possession over to UAH. That was Leslie Allen Brown. Picks that one up and sends it over to the far side. Now they'll try back this side. And as the Chargers work out of their own zone. Now crossing midfield. It's Allison Grieve carrying it down all the way into the far corner. And again, another example, as I had mentioned before, where Bridget Sutter, the UT goaltender, hasn't been tested in a while and not going to be in the form of a shot here as a loose ball rolls right to her. And so Sutter will ease this one over to Emily Stevenson, and UT starts out of their own end again, now right in front of their own sideline. A pass quickly up ahead across midfield. This is Amanda Rom. Rom, pass for Forrester, as Sweeney in the middle doesn't see her, gives it to Caraway. Up top quickly to Allie Poplar, has a defender closing on her from behind. Poplar holding on to it. Backs up, down low to Gladden. And Rom, a spin move behind the net, pass in front, doesn't connect with Sweeney, and the Chargers will pick up the loose ball as we're down to just 90 seconds left here in the first half. Turned over, the Spartans, here's an opportunity. Caroline Forrester, and can't get the shot off, so she'll settle things down. And leaves a pass back for Caraway. Now to Poplar and back to Forrester again. The Spartans have caused 6 turnovers here in this first half. And they're making their possessions count.
1 minute on the
their
clock.
shots count too. The Spartans have scored on 8 of their 12 shots on goal. Poplar scores! Pulls the trigger from outside.
Unassisted goal for Tampa's number 25, Allie Poplar.
UT lineup tonight as the Spartans' lead extends to 9-2 with just 54 seconds left here in the first half. Allie Poplar. That is her 12th goal of the season. The Spartans are up to 7 different players that have scored goals so far. And we'll see Amanda Rahm once again on the draw for UT, and it looks like UAH has changed it up. Indeed, at the time it was Megan Hartnett instead of Kinta Schott. And the Chargers get a shot off. Rebound controlled by the Spartans. I'm not even sure that that one got all the way through to Bridget Sutter. As the clock stops with 41.4 seconds left here in the first half. And this looks like it's going to be Carissa Glover, one of those 3 6'0" Chargers players. And she looks like she wants to shoot from right there. Waiting for the official's whistle. Carissa Glover looks like she's going to shoot as soon as the official blows the whistle. And does. And that one goes wide and out of play. Possession remains with the Chargers as there's a pass that doesn't connect, and Bridget Sutter able to cover it up down behind her net. Pass over to Emily Stevenson. Stevenson might be looking at the far end of the field at the scoreboard. Still plenty of time if the Spartans can get it down there. 14 seconds. Pass up ahead connects with Forrester. Forrester with some speed. Slows it down, 6 seconds left. Crawford looks at the scoreboard, back to Forrester. Will she get a shot off? We're down to the final second. And no, the horn goes to end the first half of play. Dominated by the Spartans.
At the end of the first half,
score,
Tampa leads with a score of 9-2.
So you set a timer for 10 minutes. We're back on the other side of the break. We'll run down some first half stats at that point and then have the call of the second half here on TampaSpartans.tv.
Located at 627 South Howard, Walkabout features authentic meat pies, pastries, and down under delights. Open Tuesday through Sunday at 10 a.m. Try us, mates, at Walkabout Cafe. The beauty of the empanada is its simplicity. Take any of your favorite foods and imagine them inside a pocket of homemade dough that is cooked perfectly until it's golden brown and piping hot. Our empanadas are a culinary treat. With 10 locations around the city, enjoy old Tampa flavor at Mr. Empanadas. donuts, and coffee. Visit our nearest Krispy Kreme on West Kennedy. Krispy Kreme, serving hot donuts now.
A few other underclassmen who are returning that we're looking to: Alexis Scadillo on the defensive end, Claire Swanson in the midfield, and also Rachel Crawford on the attacking end as well. As far as newcomers go, we were fortunate to bring in a really great class of freshmen. They are an incredibly great group of young women who have pushed everybody, in practice every day, and we're excited to see which of them really, falls to the top of the group to make an impact this season. Yeah, as always, I think we have one of the best schedules in the country. We're going to play several top 25 opponents, on top of our wonderful conference schedule. We, will also, Limestone is traveling to us. We will play Queens and Belmont Abbey. New York Tech is coming down over their spring break. And, we're just really excited about the opportunity to compete, in the really super competitive South region of the NCAA. Yeah, last season was a little bit of a tale of, not starting strong and, kind of trying to finish it right there at the end. And so our goals for the season really are to, start strong, stay strong, and finish strong. And I think we have the talent and the ability to do those things this year.
Think it's a game.
I came up from nothing. You can't tell me. Yeah.
you can't tell me.
Welcome to the University of Tampa. My name is Victoria and I'm a junior studying communications. Today we're going to be visiting some of my favorite off-campus spots that make the Tampa Bay area special. A short walk across the bridge from campus, you'll find Curtis Hickson Park. Located in downtown Tampa, it serves as a popular spot for concerts and festivals. Next door is the Tampa Museum of Art and Glazer Children's Museum. In addition, check out Tampa's Riverwalk, a downtown biking and walking trail that links 5 museums and 7 parks. Just a couple of blocks away is the historic Tampa Theater, a restored movie theater from the 1920s. Tampa's downtown business district, with 18 skyscrapers, is a great place for internships. From here, catch a trolley over to Ybor City, Tampa's historic cigar-making district. Along with lots of restaurants and music venues, Ybor offers a movie theater, museums, shops, and an active nightlife scene. In the mood for some shopping? Take a stroll through Hyde Park Village, an outdoor shopping district with high-end shops and restaurants. For a more traditional experience, International Plaza and West Shore Plaza are both within 4 miles of campus. All shopped out? Nearby you'll find beautiful Bayshore Boulevard, home to the world's longest continuous sidewalk. This 4.5-mile path is ideal for walking, running, or biking, and keep an eye out for dolphins and stingrays in the bay. Any hockey fans out there? The Amalie Arena is home of the Tampa Bay Lightning. In addition, the arena hosts over 150 concerts and events each year. If football's more your speed, come see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Raymond James Stadium. Just across the street is the spring training facility for the New York Yankees. Catch a game when they're in town. You can get close up to nature at Tampa's Lowry Park Zoo. Enjoy the tropical setting while viewing more than 1,200 animals ranging from tigers to chimpanzees and to manatees. Be sure to also check out the Florida Aquarium, an award-winning facility with 20,000 fish and aquatic animals from ecosystems around the world. If you're a thrill seeker, then Busch Gardens has you covered. This popular amusement park features 5 top-rated roller coasters and animal exhibits. We've saved the best for last. The Tampa Bay area has some of the most beautiful white sand beaches in the world. Clearwater Beach provides the perfect spot to swim,
We'll now be going right to left. And play underway as Caroline Forrester finally picks it up for the Spartans. And in case you're wondering, no change between the pipes. I'm tempted to say for either team, but obviously the thinking being that maybe Alabama Huntsville would change things up, but still Leslie Allen Brown between the pipes for the visitors, as UT in control of the first possession of the second half. And that's Amanda Rahm with a pass to Poplar, and now up top for Caraway. Over to Forrester. Forrester back the other way to Poplar again, and to Forrester again. Allie Poplar with it now, looking to go one-on-one against her defender, Poplar, and a nice shift made there. A defensive switch as Poplar has to give it up to Caraway. Flips it back to Poplar again, and now over to Forrester. Caroline Forrester walking it up. Forrester has a lane, turned the corner and takes a shot. Amanda Rahm actually catching that one to the right of the net and flips back up top for Caraway. A little flip pass for Poplar. Tried to split the defenders and has to opt back to Caraway instead. Now to Forrester and Allie Poplar one more time. Over to Forrester again on the point. Caroline Forrester puts her head down. Tries to get underneath. Chargers defender, a nice pass inside to Caraway, and the shot was blocked by a defender right as the shot clock expired. And the official with the call, it's going to go for the Chargers as it is. So UT coming back defensively as UAH trying to start it out of their own end. Pass into traffic, crossing midfield now. That's Alana Carvalho. Carvalho crosses the Tampa line. Alana Carvalho has all kinds of room there and puts a pass in front. It goes right to Bridget Sutter, who settles it down. And now we'll send it over for Emily Stevenson to start it out of her own end. Stevenson up ahead to Forrester. Looks ahead to her left, finds Maggie Gladden crossing the Chargers line. Gladden taking it into the corner for Natalie Caraway. Caraway a pass for Rachel Crawford. Crawford goes to the other side. That's Shannon Sweeney. Now down low, Amanda Rahm. The moral of the story with this balanced scoring carrying over from the other night into tonight's game, that's a picture of unselfishness. It's a picture of team play. Everybody's sharing the ball and having confidence in your teammates and knowing that one another will be ready to convert when called upon. As the Spartans, like I said, gotten 7 different players contributing 1 or more goals so far tonight. This is Shannon Sweeney with it now. For Crawford. Rachel Crawford with a little burst of speed. Caroline Forrester breaking in, scores! Caroline Forrester gets her 2nd goal of the night. And UT hits double figures as the lead increases to 10-2. 3 minutes and 17 seconds into this second
Goal
half.
Tampa, number 6, Caroline Forrester.
Caroline Forrester now at 17 goals on the season.
Assist for that goal, number 13, Rachel Crawford.
Assist goes to Rachel Crawford. Crawford now having a 3-point night with 1 goal and 2 assists. The Barnes & Noble campus store has everything UT in one place, located in the Vaughn Center, 1st floor. Open Monday through Saturday, or shop online at www.utampa.bncollege.com. And this is Allie Poplar for UT on this draw. And she was going up against Megan Hartnett. Indeed, it is the Chargers that control this time, as this is Carvalho starting it up across midfield. Now a pass that connects with Kinta Schott across the Tampa line. Schott over to Hartnett. Hartnett as Allie Poplar calling instructions out defensively in the UT end of the field. And this is Hartnett now, looking for a cutter in front of Bridget Sutter. Had one, but couldn't get it to her. Now flips a pass in front. Schott scores! And finally, the Chargers get back on the board. 3 minutes, 59 seconds into this second half. And the score
Goal Chargers, number
10-3.
18, Shannon Cruz. The assist to number 1, Megan Hartnett.
It's the goal on an assist from Megan Hartnett. Shannon Cruz, her 19th goal of the season. Walters Press Box is Tampa's favorite place to watch the big game and party. Press Box, 222 South Dale Mabry. Poplar once again. Draw against what looks to be Megan Hartnett once more for the Chargers. And the Spartans come out of the tackle. The Chargers thought they were going to steal that one away, but the official right on top of that one awards it to the home team as Abby Kakanya pushes a pass ahead to Rachel Crawford. Crawford down the far side. Pass back for Kozminski. Flips it in behind the Chargers net. That's Natalie Caraway. Caraway, Amanda Rahm wanted her to toss it over the defender's head, and she sends it up top instead to Mallory Wines. Over to Kozminski on the far side. Rachel Crawford, as Mallory Wines calls for it up top and gets it, sends it over for Caraway. Caraway all the way down, back behind the net. That's Amanda Rahm back there. Rahm working her way out. Pass in front. Caraway didn't have the angle and has to pass it back instead behind the net as Maggie Gladden working back there. Gladden trying to turn the corner, can't get a shot off. Good defense there by Abigail Cherry for the Chargers. And the Spartans want to answer back on that goal by UAH. 1 goal each so far in the opening 5+ minutes of this second half. There's a loose ball picked up by Amanda Rahm. Rahm, a pass over. And that's Rachel Crawford. Crawford is bumped. Backs up, leaves a pass there, and sticks up high defensively. A shot goes over top of the net and out of play. And the ball will be turned over as the Chargers will take over from behind their own net. That's Jordan Gaines going back there to put it in play. And she starts it up. Now slowing things down. And her teammate calling for it here on the near side, Caroline Dodd. Now she gets it to her. And Dodd crosses midfield. Dodd one-on-one. Steps past Mallory Wines, now across the Tampa line, being chased by Claire Swanson. That's over now for Fedorovich. Nicole Fedorovich. Up in New Jersey. And a ground ball picked up by the Spartans. Abby Picania fires a pass up ahead. The Spartans, that's Carly Vaccaro crossing midfield. Quickly across the Chargers line. Pass in the middle for Swanson. There's Swanson being chased. Swanson holds onto it, has an angle, and the shot doesn't have much behind it, but the Spartans able to pick up the rebound. As Caraway flips it to Swanson. Here's an opportunity. Vaccaro, I don't think she saw the lane there. There's no defender as they opt to work it back up top. And now UT sends it in behind the net. Caraway says no. Up top once again. Rachel Crawford gives it to Kozminski. And Mallory Wines. Wines backs up. Over for Rachel Crawford. Crawford beats her check and sends a shot out of play. And still a UT ball as Claire Swanson will put it in behind the Charger net. Swanson gets past her check, takes a shot, scores! Claire Swanson, her 3rd goal of the game. And just some hustle to outwork the Chargers defender. And UT goes up
Unassisted goal for Tampa's number 12, Claire Swanson.
Unassisted. It's Claire Swanson now at 19 goals on the season. Team leader in that department. With also an assist tonight, her 4 points for up to 22 on the season. Right in the heart of downtown, just a few blocks from campus. Come stay in luxury at the Embassy Suites downtown, 513 South Florida Avenue in Tampa. UT will start this one out as Alexis Scadillo puts it in. And this is Caroline Forster across the Charger line. Rachel Crawford now. Pass in front, doesn't connect with Forrester. And the Charger is able to pull that one down as Megan Hartnett sends a pass up ahead. Right at midfield, that's Sophia Fiorino. And gets out as it's sent over here for Hartnett and misses. And there to pick it up is Shannon Cruz. Cruz being chased by Caraway, and now Carly Vaccaro helps out defensively as the Chargers do advance it and they cross the Tampa line. That's Ava Botheg. And looking behind her, ends up sending it over to Carvalho. Botheg to the other side. And now a pass in the middle, misses. And there to pick it up. Looked like it was going to be Emily Stevenson. Now a bunch of them battle for it. And no one able to come away with it yet. And finally, Kristen Frizzol. She chased it down and was beaten by a Chargers player. So UAH continues their possession. And the spin move there Fedorovich, unable to get a shot off. And she's chased into the corner, now right in behind the UT net. Bridget Sutter started to step out of her cage. Goes back and hugs the goalpost. As Fedorovich carries on with a pass that misses, a ground ball, and a bunch of them whack at it. And now picked up by Alexis Scadillo for UT. Scadillo, reaching up and touching her protective eyewear, seemed to catch a stick up high as her teammates go back the other way. UT breaking down and unable to get a shot off. They'll take it all the way in behind the Chargers' net. Rachel Crawford with it now. Shannon Sweeney was open in front. And now it's up top. Spartans working it around the Chargers' end. This is Forrester. And now Crawford to Poplar and into the corner. That's Carly Vaccaro behind the net. Vaccaro for Poplar. Crawford, up top is Forrester. Wanted to send it back to Crawford, holds on to it. And now sends it to Poplar. Poplar on the run. She seemed to catch a stick up here. I didn't know if she was still favoring that area. UT working to get a shot off Forrester. And now she'll just, almost looked like the hidden ball trick. I don't think it was intentional. It ends up with Natalie Caraway. Caraway, a pass in the middle. Forrester shoots, scores! Patience is a virtue, and she...
Goal Tampa, number 6, Caroline Forrester. The assist to number 24, Natalie Caraway.
That's Leslie Allen Brown. Forrester gets her third goal of the game. 2 Spartans players with hat tricks. And Natalie Caraway getting the assist. And the Spartans have a big 9-goal lead now. Still lots of time left here in the second half. We're only 10 minutes and 42 seconds into this second half. Your trusted Tampa Subaru dealer is Mastro Subaru, located at 6402 West Hillsborough Avenue. At Mastro Subaru, their slogan is, "Our reputation rides with you." Spartans really dominating up and down the score sheet. They have scored 12 goals on 16 shots. And when you start to get up as high as 12, you only go so long before you're going to get multiple goal games instead of that contribution up and down the lineup from numerous goal scorers. Forrester and Swanson each have 3. And Kayla Kozminski has 2. And a handful of players enjoying multiple point games, thanks to a good number of assists that have been given out. And this is Natalie Caraway with it over to Graham Eber. Now to Forrester. And in the corner, that's Vaccaro. The pass connects behind the net. Shannon Sweeney, now back to Forrester here on the near side. Up top, Graham Eber. Tried to move, the defender didn't buy it. Caraway on the run. Natalie Caraway backing her way down the slot, leaves a pass for Forrester instead, and now back to Caraway again. Caraway pass over to the far side. It's Shannon Sweeney. And Caraway once again tries to back her way down the slot and has to leave a pass for Graham Eber. Eber, Poplar, good look at the net, scores! Allie Poplar with her second goal of the game. And we will now give a running
Goal
clock.
Tampa, number 25, Allie Poplar. The assist to number 24, Natalie Caraway.
10-goal margin, 13-3 with 18:02 left here in the second half. The assist goes to Natalie Caraway. And Caraway now with a goal and 3 assists in this game. Natalie Caraway and Claire Swanson enjoying 4-point nights. And Allie Poplar out there for this draw. After having just picked up her 13th goal of the season. At Firehouse Subs, their subs are made the firefighter way, served steaming hot and loaded with the finest fresh sliced meats and cheeses. Located at 2617 West Kennedy Boulevard, Firehouse, founded by firemen. And UT on the move, once again, not letting off the gas. And as they bring it down into the UAH end of the field, Caraway looking in front. Caraway takes it to the net herself, hit the goalpost, and the Chargers able to pick up the rebound, and they start back. And they cross midfield. Unchecked is Jordan Gaines. Gaines, finally, the Spartans come back on her. Now right in front, one-on-one, they score! The Chargers with a play that was led by Jordan Gaines. And a nice finishing job there. Stop the clock as it's back to a 9-goal deficit for the visitors. The goal comes 13 minutes and 12 seconds into the second half.
Goal Chargers.
Score now 13-4. Godfrey Hotel, formerly Bay Harbor, is located at 7700 West Courtney Campbell Causeway in Tampa and offers a special rate to all UT supporters and guests. The Godfrey Hotel and Cabanas on Courtney Campbell Causeway. And the goal was scored by Abby O'Brien. Obviously the assist to Jordan Gaines. And for Abby O'Brien, that is her second goal of the night. And her 21st goal of the season. And on the ensuing draw, picked up by Swanson for UT. And Spartans bring it down the far side. They work it in behind the Chargers' net. That's Rachel Crawford. Crawford trying to back her way in. And they call that one against UT. So Alabama Huntsville will start it out of their own end. Watch out, Rachel Crawford there to apply some pressure as Megan Hartnett brings it up, crosses her own line. Hartnett being watched by two Spartans players now bounces a pass. It's going to be knocked down by Rom. Claire Swanson is there. A bunch of them battle for it. And Amanda Rom goes down for UT. And the Spartans able to come out of the pack with it. That's Paige Johnson. Johnson on the run. And she absorbs a check. And they do whistle that one against Alabama Huntsville. And Paige Johnson will put it back in and does. Swanson over to Maggie Gladden down in the corner. Caraway. UT outscored UAH 9-2 in the first half. And thus far in the second half, 4-2. And that's how we are at our current 13-4 mark. Still 15:36 left here in the second half. And that's Lauren McNeil in the game now for UT. They send it down in behind the Chargers' net. Gladden to Rom. And up top to Caraway. Over on the far side, they'll send it quickly right back in behind the Charger net. Rachel Crawford brings it out herself, now leaves a pass as McNeil takes it in behind the Chargers net. McNeil starts the move herself and wants to get a shot away, and the defense clamps down on her and forces a turnover. Give it up to the Spartan team of physicians of Florida Orthopedic Institute, Florida's largest orthopedic group, and to Doctors Selman and Gasser and their sports medicine team for keeping our players active and safe on and off the field with their ortho urgent care just minutes away in South Tampa. That was Maggie Gladden for UT going down on the far side of the field as the Spartans in possession here with Natalie Caraway. Caraway, pass over for Mallory Wines. And Amanda Rahm now in the corner, a pass in front. Tried to get it to Claire Swanson, and it's turned over as UAH tries to get it out of their own end. Heavy pressure applied there by Amanda Rahm, and almost causing a turnover. The official blowing the whistle against Rahm as the Chargers will look to bring this out in the person of Caroline Dodd. And on the restart, Rahm chasing Dodd again, and so she needs help from her teammate. And it's flipped over here on the near side as the UT forecheck closes up again, and able to run by is Shannon Cruz. Cruz bringing it down into the UT end. And a pass right in front. Shot save made by Sutter. And a rebound. The Chargers get off another shot. And Sutter there to close the door on that one as well. UAH with a free position attempt here as they trail by 9. And no shot taken, and there's a pass that misses, and it's going to roll out of play, and it'll be turned over to the Spartans as Mallory Wines puts it back in for Emily Stevenson. Alexis Scadillo now. Pass up ahead, doesn't connect, was intended for Kakanya. And the Chargers, and there's a whistle there against UT, so UAH puts it back in on the run now. This is Kinta Schott. Moving a pass back for Fedorovic. Fedorovic, a pass, doesn't connect as Abby Kakanya knocked that one down. Spartans able to cause a turnover as Caroline Forrester brings it up across midfield. Forrester on the run. Forrester showing good speed here. Pass for Crawford. Now to Natalie Caraway coming out of the corner. Caraway with a little bit of room to work. Let's see if she goes one-on-one here against Abigail Cherry. A pass. And Shannon Sweeney looked like she wanted to shoot from far out like Allie Poplar on one of her goals earlier. But instead play carries on down behind the Chargers net. Rahm. Pass out for Sweeney. Up top, Natalie Caraway for Forrester. Forrester back to Caraway. And a lob pass all the way down near the back line. That's Amanda Rahm. Rahm starts her move. Pass in front. Shot scores! Natalie Caraway gets her second goal of the game. And we will get a running clock again as the lead goes back
Goal
to
Tampa, number 24, Natalie Caraway. The assist to number 7, Amanda Rahm.
The assist. For Natalie Caraway, she hits double digits on the season, and that is her 10th goal of the year. 12 minutes, 13 seconds to go here in the second half. 14-4, UT in the lead. University Dining Services by Sodexo allows you to choose from 27 dining stations serving breakfast, lunch, dinner, late night, and snacks. The official concessionaire of UT Athletics is Sodexo Campus Dining. Visit the UT website and check dining services for their variety and hours. And on the draw, that was Amanda Rahm and Kinta Schott reuniting. Spartans control that one and quickly move it down into the UAH end of the field. And they take it all the way down in behind the Chargers net. That's Rachel Crawford. Crawford looking up top and finds Shannon Sweeney up there. Sweeney back to the far corner to Caraway. In behind the net, Amanda Rahm had a step on the defender. Opts for a pass over to Crawford and up top to Forrester. Over to Poplar. Caraway. And here's Caroline Forrester, who has 3 goals tonight. Over to Crawford. Crawford, a pass in front. Bounce shot in. Getting a piece of that one, Brown. But the Spartans get the rebound now. Amanda Rahm, as the defender goes down, Play carries on. Rom takes it to the net, hit the goalpost. And Amanda Rom goes down. And a little slow in picking herself up. And Amanda Rom seems to be all right. As the whistle, obviously, against UAH. So an opportunity here for Amanda Rom. One-on-one with Leslie Allen Brown. Waiting for the official's whistle. And there it is. Rom breaks in, shoots, scores! Amanda Rom finally gets on the score sheet in the goal column to go with her 2 assists.
Goal Tampa,
And
number
she picks up
7,
her
Amanda
13th goal of
Rom.
the season and hits the 30-point mark on the season. Now with 13 goals and 17 assists. The Spartans lead now at 15-4. And we're going to start to see some lineup changes for UT as Rachel Lacey coming out to take this draw. Sailport Waterfront Suites in Tampa is Tampa's only all-waterfront, all-suite resort, located on beautiful Rocky Point
Usually on the
Island.
field
Just
for
minutes
Tampa,
from
number
the city.
36, Taylor Sisk.
And the Spartans are going to make a goaltending change as well. As Bridget Sutter gets the rest of the night off after having played the first 50 minutes of this game. And she's being replaced by sophomore goalkeeper Taylor Sisk. Free position attempt here, and Sisk got a piece of that one. Taylor Sisk, yes, has seen action here in 2018 at the Chargers score. They put one up over her left shoulder. Taylor Sisk.
Unassisted goal for Huntsville's number 9, Nicole Fedorovic.
Game of the season. And actually played 72 and a half minutes in 2018. She has made 8 saves and allowed 13 goals. A 10.75 goals against average. In the meantime, Nicole Fedorovic getting the goal for the visitors. Team leading 37th goal of the year. As their score now 15-5, and of course the running clock. And Rachel Lacey there for UT on that draw. She was up against Alana Carvalho, and the Chargers bring it down once again. And there's a pass down low, they score! The Chargers with back-to-back goals against Taylor Sisk. That comes with 7:44 left here in the second half. That'll make our score 15-6. Located at the edge of campus on Kennedy, the
Goal Chargers, number
Global
24, Savannah Robbins. The assist number 1, Megan Hartnett.
Come post up at the outpost. Savannah Robbins with the goal for Alabama Huntsville. Megan Hartnett picking up the assist. And for Savannah Robbins, that is her second goal of the season. For UT, we have Rachel Lacey again on this draw. As it comes right back and now returns to the midfield stripe, and the Chargers in possession once again. And it looks like they're using Rachel Lacey specifically for the draws, as she ran immediately off the field and was replaced. In the meantime, possession with Alabama Huntsville. And now moving in, and a shot, and Sisk makes the save. And hold on, we have a player down for the Chargers behind the UT net. As Megan Hartnett. Now she bounces back up. And so Megan Hartnett will get an opportunity here against Taylor Sisk, as the call was on Abby Kakanya. There's a shot, she scores! Megan Hartnett has got herself a 3-point night with a goal and 2 assists.
Goal, Huntsville, number 1, Megan Hartnett, unassisted.
9th goal of the season. That's our score to 15-7. For generations, Krispy Kreme has been serving delicious donuts and coffee. Visit the nearest Krispy Kreme on West Kennedy. Krispy Kreme serving hot donuts now. And now, instead of Rachel Lacey, we'll see Garland Henderson on the draw for UT. And coming out of the pack, Claire Swanson with it for UT, quickly across the Chargers line. Swanson slows it down, sends a pass into the corner. And that's Megan Sanchez, a local product from up in Wesley Chapel. As the ball is loose. And coming away with it for Alabama Huntsville, that was Carissa Glover, but now a loose ball. And still controlled by UAH as Caroline Dodd got there. Her pass connects with Jordan Gaines. Now lobs one out to midfield. And going down for the Chargers is Megan Hartnett. And her teammates carry on as Alana Carvalho puts a pass over here on the near side. It's brought across midfield by Shannon Cruz. Cruz, as we're down to 6.5 minutes to go here in the second half. Pass right in front, connects, and no shot available. Well, Alabama Huntsville works it to the far side, and ducking under a check was Fedorovich. She takes it in behind the UT net. And a whistle, stopping play with 6:11 to go. And this one obviously is against the Spartans. And so Megan Hartnett will get a free position attempt here. Hartnett takes a shot, scores! 4-point night now for Megan Hartnett. She picks up her second goal to go with 2 assists.
Goal, Huntsville, number 1, Megan
6:10
Hartnett.
left in the game. Chargers having some success here against Taylor Sisk.
Timeout, Tampa.
Played 50 minutes and 6 seconds. They gave up 4 goals. Taylor Sisk has given up 4 goals in less than 4 minutes. So as a result, head coach Kelly Gallagher calling a timeout on the Spartans sideline. We will use this opportunity to tell you about DoubleTree by Hilton Tampa Airport West Shore. Book a beautiful room or suite at their newly renovated Tampa DoubleTree Hotel on Cypress, just minutes from UT. Halftime score was 9-2 in favor of UT. Through the first almost 24 minutes of the second half, each team has scored 6 times. Let's see what UT is going to do to try to stem the tide here. As it looks like Taylor Sisk might be going back to the bench. And indeed, Taylor Sisk played just 3 minutes 54 seconds. Gave up 4 goals on 6 shots. So Kelly Gallagher says, "I've had enough," and goes back to her starter as Bridget Sutter heads back between the pipes. The net down to the right of our broadcast location, and Amanda Robb steps in for the draw. As UT at one point led by as many as 11, now their lead is 15-8. And the whistle and possession awarded to UT, as this is Rom. Pass connects up ahead with Crawford. Rachel Crawford on the run. Crawford ahead towards the net, pushes a pass in behind the net to Caraway. Caraway to Amanda Rom. Rom, no white shirts in front. Sends a pass over to Sweeney. Now to Caroline Forrester. To Caraway, back to Forrester again. Caroline Forrester and Claire Swanson, each with 3 goals in this game. There's a pass to the back line to Rom, comes out in front. And the whistle has gone. Amanda Rom looking at the official as if to say, "Are you kidding me? I had what would have been my second goal of the night." Instead, Alabama Huntsville starting out of their own end. They're met by 3 UT players there. And Carissa Glover tosses that one up. Caroline Dodd gives it back to her as the official calls for the restart, and here's Megan Hartnett. Hartnett caught a stick from Natalie Caraway. And the official keeps possession with Hartnett, but says he'll start it from back here. And 2 seconds ticked off the clock. And they're signaling to the official on the far side of the field in front of the scores table. And I believe it's a timing issue. As the official, who is here on the near side, right where Megan Hartnett has the ball, has walked 2/3 of the way across the field to talk to the other official, who looks like he may relay a message to the third official that's in front of the scores table. And indeed, they put 9 seconds back on the clock. So 5:17 as Megan Hartnett will restart. And Amanda Rom there for UT watching Hartnett. And now Maggie Gladden running off the field for the Spartans. Looks like he's going to go into the penalty area. And indeed, a 1-minute penalty up on the scoreboard.
Penalty, Tampa, number 33, Maggie Gladden, technical foul.
A technical foul. Sits down, and now play will finally resume. And the official now finally blows the whistle, and play resumes. That's Shannon Cruz in the corner being watched by Stevenson. Cruz being bumped almost near the back line. A pass misses, and they chase it down. 4 players now, finally picked up by the Spartans. Caroline Forrester leads it for her goaltender Sutter. Over to Emily Stevenson. Stevenson, a nice job ducking under a stick. Sends it up ahead, and that was J.C. Sterrett starting it out. And a whistle against the Chargers. Just 21 seconds left in the call against Maggie Gladden. And never mind the 7-goal margin, the official still wanting to get things right. And now they restart as Allie Poplar sends a pass over. That's Abby Kakanya on the far side. Her pass connects with Shannon Sweeney. Now to Amanda Rom. Rom working out of the far corner. 5 seconds left in a UT penalty. Pass down to Natalie Caraway, and then another whistle stops the clock with 4:17 left in the second half and 1 second remaining on the call against Maggie Gladden. And Natalie Caraway is going to start from a defensive posture. Well, and now they've changed their mind. The ball was in the stick of a Chargers player, and now they've given it to Caraway after all. And through all that, it looks like we're now going to get a timeout called.
Well, maybe a little, baby, I don't want to lie. I know when you text me, girl, I don't always.
Timeout Tampa.
Head coach Kelly Gallagher wants to talk to her Spartans players, knowing that in 1 second, Maggie Gladden will be back on the field. And 4 minutes and 17 seconds left in what should be the game. And we've already seen her take control by switching back to her starting goaltender. Let's see what the plan is here when the two teams come out of their respective huddles. Legacy Production Group is Tampa's premier nightlife marketing company, providing weekly parties and special events. Legacy Production Group is not limited to the nightlife. They have also planned charity and corporate events for many organizations. Legacy Production Group is operated by proud UT alumni. The Spartans will take to the road briefly following tonight's game. They have a 7 o'clock game next Tuesday night. It's March 27 over in Lakeland against Florida Southern. And they'll return back here a week from tomorrow, Saturday, March 31st. The first of 2 home games. 3 o'clock start against Colorado State Pueblo on March 31st, and that will be our next broadcast here on TampaSpartans.tv. Timeout has ended. Spartans players back on the field, and now Chargers break their huddle as well. So save for the 3 minutes and 54 seconds that goaltender Taylor Sisk played for UT and gave up 4 goals. This really has been, for all intents and purposes, a one-sided game that the score would have reflected had it not been for those 4 goals on 6 shots that Alabama Huntsville was able to get in those 3 minutes and 54 seconds. As play resumes, and the Spartans in possession here as Allie Poplar has it. Lobs a pass in for Sweeney. Now over to Claire Swanson. Swanson, a little flip pass to Forrester. Now Swanson gets it back. Swanson being watched closely. They're able to knock it out of her stick, but she picks it back up. Now over to Forrester. Forrester changing hands. Over to Swanson again. A long pass down to the back line. Amanda Rum stepping out. Shannon Sweeney wanted it in front, but was too closely guarded. They send it back behind the net to Caraway. Natalie Caraway popping on the other side. Up top now, Crawford. Crawford on the run, moves in, has it knocked loose. And it's still free on the ground. And the shot clock is going to expire on UT. Possession to Alabama Huntsville after both teams were having trouble picking up the loose ball. And the Chargers looking to gain midfield and do. It's Shannon Cruz. Cruz across the Tampa line. 3 minutes left here. Cruz being chased by Forrester. And now they switch defensively. Emily Stevenson. J.C. Starrett, and right in the middle and taken down. That was Kinta Schott. And the call obviously against the Spartans. Kinta Schott favoring her left knee after she gets up. And she will have a free position attempt here against Bridget Sutter. Breaks in, takes a bounce shot, and it goes over top of the net. doesn't go out of play. 3 players back there. The Chargers come out of the pack with it. That's Fedorovich. Fedorovich being double teamed and sent into the middle. Another whistle. Stopping play with 2:34 left. Now another reposition attempt here against Sutter. And the shot is taken but goes out of play. Possession awarded to the Spartans. Emily Stevenson whips it over to Sutter. And now Sutter sends it here to the near side of the field to Kristen Frizzol. She crosses her own line. Frizzol right below our broadcast location. And sends it back for Stevenson. And she'll try the other side of the field. As Kakanya sends a pass up ahead. Amanda Rom crossing the Chargers line. Pass up ahead connects with Caraway. And a whistle. As we're down to just 1 minute and 56 seconds. So Natalie Caraway, who has a big 5-point night, 2 goals and 3 assists, a chance to become the 3rd UT player with a hat trick tonight on this free position attempt against Leslie Allen Brown. Caraway scores! Quick shot to the left of Leslie Allen Brown. And UT now doubling up. UAH.
Unassisted goal for Tampa's number 24, Natalie Caraway.
1:54 to go. Natalie Caraway with a 6-point night, 3 goals and 3 assists. Caraway now with 11 goals and 13 assists. 24 points. Obviously an unassisted goal as we get Allie Poplar up here now in this draw for UT. The Spartans' average goals per game will increase since they had entered tonight's game at 13.20 per game thus far in 2018 and have 16 here against UAH. And 3 officials talking things over on the far side of the field. I think the 2 players who are going to take this draw and saying to each other, I don't know, let's get this thing wrapped up. It's Alana Carvalho for the Chargers, a senior from Nashville, Tennessee. Talking with her opponent, Allie Poplar. Allie Poplar, a junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Now the officials break their conference, and Coach Kelly Gallagher walking over to inquire what that was all about. And she's joined by her counterpart, UAH coach Gail Wallach. It's Poplar and Carvalho. So I guess not yet after all. Now they're finally set to go. And there it is. And coming down with it will be Claire Swanson as she speeds across the Chargers line. Pass connects up ahead. Rachel Crawford takes it in behind the UAH net. Crawford bounces around the outside and leaves a pass up top for Maggie Gladden. Now on the far side of the field, Wine sends a pass down. Back there is Rom. Over here to Lauren McNeil. McNeil up top, Maggie Gladden. Wines once again. Mallory Wines sends a pass right in behind the net. Amanda Rahm, and she's watched closely, has to send a pass out to Caraway. Caraway in the far corner. This is Claire Swanson now. Swanson up top for McNeil. Lauren McNeil being watched closely. Rahm with it
1 minute on the
now.
clock.
Pass over to the left as we're inside the final minute of play. That's Rachel Crawford. Crawford can't get a shot off. Has to send it into the corner to Caraway. And Amanda Rahm once again. Rahm over to Wines. And the Spartans look like they want to get a shot off despite the 8-goal margin. With the Chargers, to their credit, not giving them anything easy. As Caraway picks it up, pass up top, he misses Lauren McNeil. And the Chargers come away with it. Pass across midfield. 18 seconds left. They cross the Spartans line. Breaking in a pass is knocked down. Good play defensively by Kristen Frizzol. And the ball is still loose. And the whistle stops play with 8.2 seconds to go. And they'll turn it over as UT takes over in their own end. JC Sterrett, the pass over to Frizzol. The clock hasn't restarted. And now it does. And exactly 7 seconds left. They'll put it in play in front of the Chargers sideline. And that's Kristen Frizzol, who will do such on the official's whistle. And there just might be another conference at the scores table regarding the official time. As they've put it back up to 8.2 seconds, it had ticked down to 7.0. And the two officials over on the far side of the field conferring with one another right in front of the scores table. And I don't know at this point that they're going to get too much of an argument from Chargers head coach Gail Wallach, as it's academic at this point. And now they wind it back down to 7.0 after all. So Frizzol waiting for the green light from the official in the form of a whistle, and gets it. Puts it in play back to JC Sterrett. Pass over for Mallory Wines. Sends a pass up ahead that misses, but it didn't need to go anywhere as the horn goes to end the game as the Spartans.
And with a final score of 16-8, Tampa wins the game. On behalf of both the University of Tampa and the University of Alabama, Huntsville, thank you for coming to tonight's game. The Spartans will be away next Tuesday at Florida Southern, but they'll be back on Saturday, March 31st, when they welcome the Thunderwolves of Colorado State Pueblo, right here at the Namoli Family Stadium at 1 p.m. Everyone have a great night and a safe drive home.
Offensive fireworks from the home team for sure tonight, as 3 different players had hat tricks. Caroline Forrester, Natalie Caraway, and Claire Swanson. Worth noting that Caraway finished with 6 points by way of 3 goals and 3 assists. Allie Poplar and Kayla Kozminski had 2 goals each for the winners. And then single tallies from Maggie Gladden, Amanda Rahm, and Rachel Crawford. Multiple assist outings by Rachel Crawford and Amanda Rahm, as they each had 2. Final shots on goal, 20-17 in favor of the Spartans. They also led in caused turnovers 15-8 and in draw controls 18-7. A reminder that the Spartans are going on the road for 1 game. Tuesday night at 7 o'clock they will be over in Lakeland to take on Florida Southern. Their next home game and our next broadcast comes your way a week from tomorrow, a 3 p.m. start on March 31st when Colorado State Pueblo provides the opposition. For tonight, our final score, the Spartans 16, the Alabama Huntsville Chargers 8. I'm Bruce Wozniak. Thanks for watching on TampaSpartans.tv.